Hi guys, Chris here from the Betty Belfry and Crochet Basics. I am just popping onto your screen today to talk to you about a neat little stitch called the Bobble Stitch, and that is this little guy right here. There's not a whole lot to it, but if you've never done it and you've never seen it done, you might need to see. I am in the middle of working on a cancer awareness wrap. So I am doing breast cancer for my example for my pattern. So if you are interested in this wrap and what it looks like so far is this, but I'm not even halfway through with it. But I just got to the bobble stitches and I thought you guys may be interested in how to do this. So let me start off this video by saying that this is how I crochet. It in no way represents the entire crochet community. We are all artists and we will develop our own very specific way of creating. However, there are some basic standards in our community and that's what I'm here to teach you. That being said, I am located in the southern United States and I will be speaking in US standard crochet terms. So, bobble stitch. This yarn that I am using is kind of back here in the background, and it is a fingering weight, so it is a very lightweight yarn. So if it looks a little different to you, that could be why. So let's start off by saying I consider it to be a pretty basic stitch. However, I did not learn it until I had been crocheting for at least 10 years. So although it's pretty easy, you may or may not run across it in your patterns that you are trying to work. You work it generally. I have seen it done differently, but not as a general rule. You usually work it if you're going across a row or around a round. You work it alongside in conjunction with single crochet stitches. So it's pretty easy stuff. It is a single-sided stitch, so you will not get the nice little floof balls on both sides. You are going to get it on the opposite side to which you are working. I am a right-handed crocheter, so I am going in this direction, and the little puff balls are on the opposite side, so I'm not going to see them as I'm doing it. Now in this pattern, I have a single crochet of 4 and then a bobble in my chain space. That's how I'm working this pattern. So I'm going to hope that we stay focused. Let me move this kind of out of the frame and maybe it'll try to stay focused on my hands here. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the space, yarn over, pull it up. You want to make sure that you don't pull these stitches down in here, otherwise you're not going to get a nice floof ball. And you do that 4 times. So that's 1, yarn over and pull back through. So that's 1, and we've got 2, and we've got 3, and we've done that 4 times. So you've got all these loops here on your hook. See if you can see that. So you have the loop that you started with, and you've yarned over up here and then went into your work and yarned over back here a total of 4 times. So let's see how many we have. We've got this first one, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches on our hook. So what we're going to do is just yarn over, pull through all of them, and that is your bobble stitch. Then single crochet, a total of 4 times in my pattern. And then I am back at my chain space ready to put another bobble in there. So let's see what the one we just did looks like. It is kind of looks like that on the back. It's a little floofier. So if you're creating your own pattern, you can do like a single crochet row here and not leave a space. And you will do a lot of that if you are going to be creating a word, you know, back and forth. It's good just to put all your single crochets here, single crochet up to the bobble, just go ahead and do the bobble in there. It will give you a little bit of, you know, height to that stitch that you normally wouldn't have with a single crochet. That's why sometimes I like to just leave a chain space there and just do it in a chain space. It leaves more room for it, but it doesn't quite, you know, pop out the other side as much that way as well. So they are a lot more kind of sat back in your work, but you can make it to where they pop out just a little bit more depending on your foundation chain that you are working into. And let's do it one more time. So remember, yarn over, go through your work, yarn over, pull up. That's one time. 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times. And then we are just going to pull through all of those loops and do our next 4 single crochets. And I'm just going to do it one more time and then we will end this video. So not a whole lot to it. There you go. Bobble stitch, guys. Tons of fun. I like to work bobble stitches into my patterns. They're fun. So anything that's fun, I'm just going to keep doing. There is a stitch that is very similar to a bobble stitch. It is called a popcorn stitch. But in a popcorn stitch, you actually have to pull your hook completely out of the stitch and then finish working it by pulling up your yarn a little bit differently. I do not use popcorn stitch in any of my patterns. They leave a weird, it looks different at the top. On this stitch here, you get just the typical V at the top of your work like you do in any stitch. So that's why I really like the bobble stitches very, very well, because your next row is going to be easy. You're going to know where to put your hook because it's, you know, simple V there like always. With a popcorn, it's a little bit different. So I kind of feel like that's a little more of an advanced stitch. And I just don't put them in my patterns because I don't like them. I may do a tutorial on them, just, you know, just because though. So stick around. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to see this pattern finished out, if you're interested in all this, it will be up in my Etsy store, The Batty Belfry, and I will put a link to that below also. Thank you so much and happy crochet.